Let's rebel against defeat, chase excellence, masculinity, men first. This is a very, very disturbing story of a guy I know that remarried a second time after his first wife monkey branched. Actually had a child during the monkey branching, and he found out that the skin color of the child during the birth was not his skin color. Sooner than later, he divorced her and married a woman who was the teacher of his two youngest daughters, or at the grade school, and married her. She had two kids herself. He married her, and the two kids that she had were, I think, 13 and 16, somewhere around that, teenage gals. Now, he remarried her. Well, he married again the second time and blended his family. But as he was living with, and he got minimum custody from his first marriage. So he only had his kids every other weekend. So he lived 80% of the time with the new wife and the two new stepdaughters. He married her, and within 30 or 60 days, he found out that all three of them were medicated. Not just one medication, but, anxiety medications, antidepressants, sleep medications, you name it, just very head-medded up. And he came home from work one day. He was an accountant, came home from work, noontime. The oldest daughter was home from high school, and she was just turned 16 and wanted a Volkswagen Beetle, convertible Beetle, which is, teenage girls like convertibles. Back in my day, they loved the cabriolet, the Volkswagen cabriolet. But anyhow, she wanted a Volkswagen Beetle, but the mom didn't have enough money. This new stepdad did. And she said to him, Scott, and his name's not Scott, you need to buy me a Volkswagen Beetle, or I'm going to say that you, did inappropriate things to me. So he immediately called his therapist, and this is the same therapist that was helping him through his first marriage, with his wife monkey branching and finding out that the child's birth, his skin color was not his skin color, and blah, blah, blah. Going through just, you can't imagine what that was like. Anyhow, he calls his therapist. The therapist says, get the F out now. Get out of that house immediately. And he was kind of asking why. He says, this does not look good. Get out now. Get your passport, get your bank statements, get your checkbooks, take a, couple changes of underwear, get out, forget everything else. And he did exactly that. Got out, went and got a, short-term rental, and divorced the lady. And that's probably the scariest story I've ever heard. And this guy's a good guy. Somebody holding somebody hostage through a false allegation to receive a vehicle. Can you imagine if he would have bought that vehicle, and what would be the next request from the 16-year-old stepdaughter? So guys, remember this. These are true stories. These are true Hollywood stories. These are true stories. This individual I know very well. He wanted, out of all of his heart and desire, to have a second marriage that would work. He wanted to love a woman. He was willing to take on her children. He was willing to build something, blending a family. And he saw very quickly the pitfalls and the obstacles and the dangers of doing that. So think very clearly as you're getting involved in getting in marriages or long-term relationships or girlfriends or women with kids. Remember, this is real, guys. This can turn your life upside down. And what would happen if he didn't do that and kept living with the woman? I guarantee that girl, she was head-medded up, so many med heads, that she would have probably made a false allegation, and he could be sitting behind steel and cement. So guys, remember this. This is Rebel Against Defeat, Chase Excellence, Masculinity, Men First.